on success here. They've been going down early, kind of get wounded, trio to survive Joe's pressure.
Joe's just outside the top 10 right now as well. That's where we see an increase in prize money as well. It's a huge fight for him. It's just really a 1-point game all across the leaderboard as well. Today, the points are just so close. If you guys missed that format as well, basically 30 placement points alongside 2 points for every elimination. So you can really change and carve the way you can move up the standings and rankings. Still though, it's going to be difficult. These are some of the top teams. If you haven't watched Karma Legends or Aware before either, they're very good at playing off of each other's energy, each other's angles. You'll notice now they're all on that low ground, making sure no one can dive in on one single person. They'll have to challenge all three.
Some dude just flew to the screen. Boo. Throw tomatoes at it. Boo. Boo. Boo.
Green on the top right side of the circle. They're in a long range fight and still not in the zone.
Yeah, and now my Game 6, they conditioned that entire northeast part of the map. There was nowhere you're gonna go. They had the north house.
Oh my god. Brother.
Northeast part of the map. There was nowhere you're gonna go. They had the north houses as well, all to themselves. Lame Trio literally was nomads. They went all the way down south to Cape Cod by Game 6 and got pushed by and Alexis Trio there. Tsunami type of
stopping. They have a little bit of a pinch scenario going down right now as well. That's when one person's on one side, the other two are trying to bite from the back as well. Lame can't actually edit out anywhere or find a break. This is troublesome. This is just the first game and it's already this difficult.
It feels like these trios are connected to the hip. They have so many battles throughout all the type part of the map, and this is the first time they're fighting here. It's unbelievable to see these two trios who are getting up, scrappy up the leaderboard, fight here. And considering last time they fought, they're at Cape Cod.
Yeah, I mean, right now, though, Lame's doing a very good turtle impression, but the shell cracks. Udas finds a way in, shoots him down, and now I think it's a 1v3. Robnet with just 50 HP. Not sure if it's going to be possible. He runs into the storm. He gets sent back to the lobby. Shizo got flawless eliminations right there. Actually, no, I think they lost one team member, but they'll find a reboot van and they'll be right back in the game.
This is what we're talking about. Day 2 here of the FNCS. Man, so many people want this. Last season, we saw some major adjustments. Thomas HD and Flickin' Anas, Mongo Mitro and Taysom were literally running away with everything. They were putting up some big time point performance. And Thomas HD and Flickin' Anas said, that's enough. We're gonna go ahead and land Stark Industries, and they basically vaulted themselves. They had a big pop-off performance that kicked them up into the day. With the damage output like Thomas HG, who leads day 1 with 19 elims, that kind of firepower landing at that power position last season was a huge thing. So that's why you're seeing teams make these kind of major adjustments, because a big pop-off performance can essentially net you thousands of dollars, and in some cases hundreds of thousands of dollars.
Absolutely, and remember these 4 letters as well, because he's been against Thomas HD, EGRM, or Egram, like we like to call him right here. He's going to be going for a quick fight over at the desert, not inside zone just yet. Mawaka's going to be the last one alive here from Light and Mr. J. These guys all land on the top left side of the map, so they're all finally clashing. Their roadways intersecting here as they try to make it towards the zone. I have one teammate picked up just shortly. The ball is in Mawaka's field. The issue is this game is not fair for him. This is not just a net with 2 teams on either side. It's just 1 man versus basically 3, and you can't win that fight.
No, that's why you're seeing a sanding opportunity here. Maybe the tunnel up, but Kibo says not so fast, my friend. Going ahead and dig right into the sand and find himself an opportunity to convert some siphon and, more importantly, 2 points. Igram's trio is turning around their fate here and with another nice, successful wipe right there as we have some battles. But, man, Mr. J's trio, who started off the day one with 0 points and ended the day with 0 points, looks like so far that momentum has carried over into day two. But they've been really consistent other than that, finishing in the top 10. No doubt they have it in them to be consistent, but Shayo, this is literally a new slate of play. The meta has changed here in day two.
Yeah, and I'm like that you mentioned that, right? You're talking about last season's FNCS in general. Now there's no more power in the POIs. As we mentioned yesterday, the power is in the players, the strategies they have. Harpoon, box dive invasions. That's what Awares is trying for. Unfortunately, it doesn't work. What did we see before? We left Lazy Lake with 2 teams. Look at the mini map now. We've got the entire Fortnite community sharing 3 buildings.
And Levin must have some telepathic abilities because he said that people will be fighting for center. So no longer people are perched on the edge trying to look for Storm Surge tags. They're using their mechanics up in business. Look at that. So many trios in Lazy Lake dead center. Now we're going to see who's going to rotate to the 3rd zone here to center and set that up. Expect Pablo's trio, expect Trulik's trio, but I do expect many, many more because when they do in heats, they were successful. Like CRR found a lot of success going center early.
It also kind of looks like 2 different gravity fields happening on the map. One pulling everyone into Lazy Lake. And if you remember that map image, another one pushing everyone to the outside portions of the circle. You don't want to use extra mats to move in. Materials so important to play the end game. You need them for defense and offense. And now we talked about Storm Surge. That purple lightning is striking anyone who's playing too passive and hasn't done damage right now. You have to be careful and stay above the threshold. Benji Fishy's team is 195 damage above. That's a very comfortable space. Still, you'll have to hunt for more tags. You can see it dropping down all the way down to 165 already.
And now you're seeing that they were able to get some Storm Surge with Amplify having an elim here. Now you're seeing the points there, that little 2 gold point. That is for the day. We will have a cumulative leaderboards going forward.
Absolutely. And Teak go down. They're only about 4 points behind, now just 2 with that elimination as well. So Benji might be able to take the lead off this game. Just have to be careful because today so far what we've seen, Sancho, right, or just in yesterday, Benji going down, sometimes Amplify going down. They have to be careful.
I asked what was going on with Andretta Trio, and look at their loadout. Something must have happened at their drop where they had to retreat and back away. They do not have power. They do not have Surge. They're in shambles, and down goes Andretta. And Refsguard is still feeling that pain of Storm Surge. And I just feel like this trio has always been wounded in day one, and their rotations have not had the amount of bandwidth that they needed to breathe. Because what ends up happening is these kind of beeline rotations get interrupted by these high-level trios who are making dead side rotations like Hen's trio and things of that sort have sorely disrupted Andretta's run. It's just, if you go back to the VOD reviews, they always have a dangerous neighbor on their rotation, sometimes Thomas HD.
Yeah, they're flipping their POIs back and forth as well. It just gets really awkward to have a sound footing when playing the game. Still, though, I'm just watching out for Amplify, Matzo, and Benji. Train H and NRG, the combination. We're basically going to take first in just a few moments, 1 more elim, and they can do it.
And why they've been so successful is because so many teams are fighting for height and pushing people down with RPGs. And that game plan for Train H, Matzo, Amplify, and Benji Fishy is basically let them. That is what they're being so successful in, is every time a team gets down there, they're in shambles, and they've been rotated in. Like Reese mentioned in game 2, the height team was Trulix's team. They had no way to pressure down below, and that was just the perfect scenario, the perfect storm scenario for Amplify's plan there. He basically was able to wipe out a lot of people down below.
And while these guys are kind of in a hurricane surrounded by other teams inside the top 20, other teams looking to be more aggressive, they'll be the eye in the center trying to play a little bit more passively, trying to not have that much action. On the outside, we just got the perspective of Hen, Chapix, and Janice. They're going to be rotating in just a little moment, but everyone else has the same journey to make. They have a max zone pull, and they're all side by side. They'll be clashing, like rotating tops in a little dome back and forth as they make their way towards the zone.
It's so fascinating to see. Everyone was talking about I getting max pulls and max pulls. Well, because everyone's fighting style is the same. Everyone's comfortable fighting on edge, going for Storm Sword stacks on the backside of Storm for late rotations. Now, because of these Storms are kind of pushing so far to the coastline or to the center, you're having a lot of people on not moving towards center. Of course, you're going to get max rotational pulls. It's going to be so dangerous. The fifth zone, things of that sort, are always going to be so dangerous because you're always on the edge. We all know center priority will get you those short rotations. And man, Revsguard, he's going to have to clutch up here as a solo.
It looks so sad. He's so lonely. Where's his team? They got to focus on Surge next game, man. I don't like seeing my man by himself so alone. He'll figure it out. Props though to stay alive till that point. No shield.
Oh, yeah.
Maybe he can make it through. If you see the numbers on the top left of your screen, 58 players alive, 22 trios still left in the lobby. Once that number of trios hits 17, that's where those big placement points start getting handed out as well. Right now, Benji, Amplify, Matt still in the best position in this entire base right now. They're from the bottom side, just beaming up, clawing up towards these upper boxes, trying to drop down anyone, get more elims and more loot.
Now we're seeing the teams. We've seen Chapix go down the Thomas HC's trio. You're seeing that team, Hen and Thomas sitting right there. They know exactly that the dead side's valuable, so that's why they're on the north side having this battle. And anyone that invested in the center down in Retail Row, hey, you got to come on back, brother, and come on down to this congested area in zone 5. It's the half in and half out, half in the safe zone, half in the storm side, and so many people are already dead center here. And Revsguard, holding on as much as possible, just falls right before the placements were almost being doled out. Tough ride right there. But this is what I'm talking about. Janus, Hen, and Chapix. Now Chapix is back to his feet here. 2 elims so far for Hen. Now they're going to have to make this rotation. But I'm thinking because so many people are already there box fighting, they're not going to have an opportunity to hit Janus and Hen and Chapix. This is going to be a very decent rotation, long as someone doesn't turn and hit them, as they do take some tags here.
Always going to be a box watching. You can never assume things get to happen for free, but it's fun to believe. They finally get in, though. This is pretty much for free. It was just one big pot that basically allowed them to make this rotation. But I'm not talking about rotation. I'm talking about overtaking the whole server. Look at Thomas HD. I think he just ate a snipe, but it doesn't matter. These guys, this team up top, do they ever drop down?
No, the only time they drop down is the Trulix's RPG comes in. Sometimes you see someone retake height near that 8th zone, but these are the kind of players that know how to execute really well. Now they're in danger there as you see Blackie. Blackie is a little bit higher. Now what's going to happen is the zone pulls towards a Nos. You're going to expect Blackie to basically kind of leapfrog right on top of them. One bouncer, boom, and they have height. So it's up to Nas, Flick, and Thomas HD to essentially beam Blackie's trio out of the air if that happens here at the first moving zone.
My bad for calling that early. Was sitting slightly very low in my chair, so I didn't get to look too high for Blackie's trio. They even invested so much for this. Who gets it though? No one gets it. Everyone has to move.
Okay, everyone has to move. So that bouncer play, that leapfrog is not an option, but they still bouncer essentially all the way to the front of the zone if they want it. But expect that team who is at height right now, Blackie's trio, who's above Noah's, is to basically wait just a little bit longer for someone else to establish a point. Then they'll go and kind of cap right on top of them. But it looks like Erican's going to elect to, he's going to stretch that out a little bit. He's going to stretch that tarp a little bit to give him a little bit more airspace, so to speak, to go over.
Oh my, Nosflick and Thomas, they'll get into a fight as the zone starts to move. That's one of the top 5 trios in trouble right now.
Vidil's there.
Blackie, they roll in. Vidil, Noah Riley are following right behind. They can jump right on top. Mid-air RPG. Okay. Noah Riley, you're too dynamic. He doesn't actually get too much off of it, but now that high ground team knows what they have in store. They're still going to push forward straight towards the top. You and Blackie and DKS still hold it down. Another RPG comes in, does not drop them. Noah Riley with a big bouncer, but he gets beamed low on HP. Vidil falls all the way down as well, and now Noah's left in a 1v3.
Man, the battle for height is going to leave both of these competitors wounded. Noah with the RPG now down to 1 HP. Can he hold on? And I think he's going to go for like a last second RPG play. No mats. He does get some breather release reasons right there. Oh no, he goes down. So now it's up to Vidil and Reason to carry the torch, but there's no RPG at play at height, Child.
Yeah, so they got height at a big cost. Janice and Hen as well. Lose Chapix, but this is not bad. This is according to plan. Almost every game, we see this trio operating as just a duo. It's any one of the two players that just end up popping off. I'm not sure why they have these weights basically attached to their legs to slow them down, but I guess their kicks hit harder. Let's see what they got all the way in the middle of these boxes.
It's basically two solo superstars, essentially. They could be apart. They don't need to be together, but they will get necessary, crucial buckets when they need it most.
And there is more duos still alive in the lobby following suit. It's Reason and Vidil up top, Flick, and I believe Thomas down below as well, who are lost with, a Nas not being alive. We'll see how these guys can hold it out against trios all around the server as well. Flecken's trio all alive looking for shots right now. Malibuka's there too. Benji's fishing in the same box as Anas. He's trying to play a little bit of defense. Amplify went down. Flick and Anas right beside each other. They're looking for the shots real quick. Anas low HP on the bottom right of your screen. Another player right in front of him. That's Snazy. He can't touch the storm at all. It's gonna take him out. He finds a way to stay low, but it's not possible. He gets deleted.
And now it's up to Vidil and Reason here. They're going to have the opportunity to close out this match with the victory royale and a huge elim point here, but they have to do it as a duo. Look at down below. Hen, this is perfect opportunity for Hen to pop off. Can Flick pop off? No, he gets popped instead. Goes down to Snazy, who is a solo hit himself. So that's going to be a big score for Analyx's trio. If Snazy could stay on his feet, these are the opportunities that you could rack up those points you got no business to. We got Kiko's trio in full force down below. Snazy is on the mid ground fighting for his life, trying to hold on as much as possible. Now he has no choice here but being wood builds, and if someone sees him and they get him right down, gets bopped. Hen has an opportunity now to kind of hold on, but I think Reason sees him, and Reason's gonna push down below.
Janice went down too, so one of the biggest threats not available. It's basically almost a full game of solo for Hen, but a full trio alive down below. So
in, out, he can make a miracle happen here in this game.
Still 10 elims though for the high ground
Miracle
trio.
gone.
High ground 2 of the Miracle. It's absolutely stopped the dispatch. Kiko takes a big shot straight to the face. They still have control of low ground. One of the best places to be inside the 9th zone in the end game. Reason and Vidil might have to just drop down into that box. Kiko going for the med kit play. He's trying to go for a mini heal off, so he has enough HP to go for the fight here. Reason and
I have no gifts. Yeah, I'm about to join my Discord. Yes.
Are you ready for that fight?
Not yet.
You are?
No. Not yet.
7 o'clock.
Not yet though, I'm doing something. No, not yet. I'm about. I gotta finish this. Truth Serum. You little slug boy.
Hmm.
Hmm? Create Recon. Okay, now that I have that there, let's go over here. Can't get you right now.
Here in your DMs right there. So once it's in your Discord DMs, it should pop up with
Discord DM. Oh boy. I'm watching this video. How do you get to your Discord DM? I'm trying to learn how to do Discord. Okay. Should be up here. New unread. Is it that? Bruh. It's just so dumb, Slugboy. I can re-enable my Fortnite account from Discord somehow. Oh my gosh, my chair just flew across my room. Jesus Christ. Who is this turtle icon thing? Oh my god.
Hello.
Hello.
I came back.
I'm trying to figure out how to use Discord and sign in the old account. Okay, so it says, let's start by. Okay.
Video about for this polybot in Egg. Or because it will automatically accept friend request. Very great. Depending on what your platform is. Your keyboard or whatever you have. And if you guys want me, so once it's in your Discord, and most people have their DMs on by default, so the command they want to type in here, there's gonna be a lot of different people typing different commands, but you gotta do exactly as I type. So you type in plus start bot. And once you do that, it will appear
What you doing?
your
Something. Whatever I'm doing. I don't even know what I'm doing. Help me, Slippery. I'm trying to figure out how to use Discord. So, but why aren't you back from your house yet? Why are you still at the beach? Oh yay, Discord, what did know what happened? Who sent me a Discord? Oh my god.
Just confirming, do I cancel your order for thick blackmail pics or do I confirm the order?
Oh wait. Looking at him. Gassy, what are you doing? What the fuck? Gassy. What are you doing, Gassy? Hey, Gassy. So,
Okay, I'm sending them now.
what? No, Gassy. It's not, bro. It's like, boy, this is Gassy Mac. He has like 80 subscribers or something. Plus. Oh my god. Oh.
Your total is 576 and 92 cents.
You know what? Confused. What are you talking about, Gassy? Yeah, I do need help. Yep, I'm going to this room. I need help.
Pay up.